everyone? Can you know? Just one second. Oh, where's Tom? What happened? I thought I just saw him. All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to our August Board of Education meeting, and I hope that everyone had a great summer. We still have a few more days before the first day of school, but I hope everyone had a great summer. So before we start, can everyone please stand for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please take a seat. Okay. All right. Now is the approval of the Board of Education minutes for July 8th, 2024 organizational meeting, and also the monthly meeting, as well as the August 8th, 2024 special meeting. Can I have a motion, please? Mr. Greco, seconded by Ms. Falco. Are there any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Any abstentions? Okay. And Dr. Rufo, may we have the Treasurer's report and appropriations adjustments, please?
The cash on hand for the month end June 2024 was $89,279,863.87. It also shows that bank balances for all cash accounts were reconciled to the book balances and were collateralized in accordance with the district's banking agreements and investment policy. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rufo. Can I have a motion to approve Dr. Rufo's Treasurer's report? Mr. Rotolo, seconded by Ms. Koshia. Are there any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Any abstentions? Okay. And then 5B is the approval of the appropriation adjustments. Can I have a motion, please? Mr. Greco, seconded by Ms. Falco. Are there any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, and now we're moving on to Dr. Rogers' superintendent's report.
Thank you very much, and we're obviously looking forward to a great school year. I hope everyone had a restful and peaceful summer, and we've had already, the district is in full swing. We had a very active summer school this summer, 850 students almost in our summer school, mostly located at HBT with a handful of programs at the high school. Our summer Learn to Swim program was well subscribed, as it always is. And last week we had in our new teachers for New Teacher Institute. And one of the things that we've added to their orientation to the district is a bus ride, so that the teachers get to see all the buildings in the district, not just the building where they're going to be assigned. And you know, I'm fond of talking about bright spots, and our students were a bright spot this year because student government at the high school got the idea to buy our new teachers their first piece of Syosset swag. So all of the new teachers were given a gift from student government of a bright red t-shirt with the Syosset logo on the front to welcome the new teachers to Syosset. So our kids always impress us, and they always show us how to lead. So we've also welcomed a handful of new administrators to the district, and we have some veteran administrators who have taken on new roles. So we have an administrative team that met all day today to just go through some beginning of the year exercise, and this is the time of year when we work with our partners in other forms of government to make sure that all of our relationships with them are active and working properly. So we met with some of those partners in government earlier today. Tomorrow will be our first day back with all of our teachers for what we call Superintendent's Conference Day. It's 3 days of professional learning for our staff as they go into the year. Some of that learning will be taking advantage of the curriculum writing that was taking place over the summer. But I'm very excited to talk about a major theme of what the next 3 days will be about with our teachers. Members of the board are familiar with Professor Po-Shen Loh, who is a Carnegie Mellon math professor and who is the coach of the United States Math Olympiad team. And he's come to Syosset twice now to speak to our student body, and he will be giving an opening keynote address talking about artificial intelligence and where its place is in the classroom, where its place isn't in the classroom. And without giving too much away, the title of his remarks for tomorrow is that teachers will literally save the world. So if you thought that AI was going to make teachers less important, his argument will be it makes them more important. And I'll talk a little bit more about it when I debrief at our September meeting, but I'm very enthusiastic about his work, his remarks tomorrow. And then lastly, just Mr. Hamilton, Mr. Fasulo, Mr. Beckerman, the operations team, have really been putting in long hours this summer, working on a number of projects across the district. There have been some projects that we got some bids for. We thought the bids were too high, and so our own staff decided they would take the work on themselves. They've done that work. They've done it really well. And I want to publicly acknowledge all of the work that they've done this summer. And as I mentioned in a community update a couple of weeks ago, I'm particularly excited to welcome students back to the new library at H.P. Thompson Middle School. So we're waiting on the last of the furniture to arrive. It's been a little delayed, but we'll have some furniture in there, so we'll be able to open, and I think students will really appreciate how warm and inviting the new space is for them. So we're ready for a new school year. We're excited to welcome our students back, and you only need to walk outside any given weekday, and you'll see that many of our students are already back because fall sports teams have already started practices, and they're all here in force. So we're enthusiastic about the year to come.
Great, thank you so much, Dr. Rogers. Are there any questions for Dr. Rogers from the board? Okay, all right, so there are no legislative items and no discussion items and no unfinished business either. So we are moving on to a new business. 11A is the approval of the appointment of staff changes. Can I have a motion, please? Dr. Park, second by Ms. Koshia. Are there any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Any abstentions? 11B is the approval of 2024-2025 stipends and hourly rates. Can I have a motion, please? Mr. Greco, seconded by Ms. Levitan. Are there any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Any abstentions? 11C is the approval of coaching recommendations. Can I have a motion, please? Mr. Rotolo, seconded by Dr. Park. Are there any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Any abstentions? 11D is the approval of a memorandum of agreement. Can I have a motion, please? Mr. Greco, seconded by Ms. Falco. Are there any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Any abstentions? 11E is the approval of settlement agreement. Can I have a motion, please? Mr. Rotolo, seconded by Dr. Park. Are there any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Any abstentions? 12A and 12B can be taken together. They're the approval of the Committee on Preschool Special Education Recommendations and Committee on Special Education Recommendations. Can I have a motion, please? Ms. Falco, seconded by Ms. Levitan. Are there any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Any abstentions? 13A is the authorization of service contracts. Can I have a motion, please? Mr. Rotolo, seconded by Ms. Koshia. Are there any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Any abstentions? 13B is the authorization for special education and/or nursing contracts. Can I have a motion, please? Mr. Greco, seconded by Ms. Falco. Are there any questions? Yeah, Mr. Greco, please.
Dr. Rogers, this actually goes back to 13A. It's the Nassau County Board of Elections contract. I know in the past when we were talking about the bond vote, there was some concern that we wouldn't be able to get voting machines because of the upcoming November election. Are these machines going to be like on our premises sooner than later, is there any risk that the state would hold back machines or the county would hold back machines because they're worried about something like you talked about in the past?
No, as you know, Ms. Moore is your new district clerk, and she has had extensive conversations with Nassau County Board of Elections, and we did not put this on your agenda until she had confirmed with them that they would make the machines available to us. So they were in the process of deciding, they are going to want to lock the machines down prior to the November general election, but they indicated to us that they would make the machines available to us for our election, and that they wouldn't lock the machines down until after our election was completed. So she confirmed with them that the machines would be available, and this spares us having to go with some kind of a much more expensive commercial machine. So I'm super appreciative of the Nassau County Board of Elections working with us to make it possible for them to run a good election and for us to run a good election. So, you know, my appreciation to the Board of Elections.
Okay, all in favor? Opposed? Any abstentions? 13C is the authorization for contract with Nassau BOCES for services for the 2024-2025 school year and final authorization for the 23-24 school year. Can I have a motion, please? Mr. Rotolo, second by Dr. Park. Are there any questions? Dr. Park?